doing cream egg brownies, and you can't. I love brownies, but I'm actually not a big fan of cream eggs. I have to say, I think they're a bit sweet. I know. I'm sorry, all right, guys, but I know that people do like them, so I'm not just thinking about myself. But brownies, you've got to make the best brownie, regardless of the cream egg. You've got to make the brownie. So in this bowl here, I've got my butter and my chocolate, and make sure you melt that gently over a low heat.
Just normal butter?
Just normal butter,
Not unsalted?
Exactly, unsalted. You can use salted and then just omit the salt, because unsalted butter is pretty much a perfect amount of salt anyway, so that would be fine.
Yeah.
So once your butter and your chocolate have melted together, I'm going to throw in the sugar, and this is... Oh, I'm dripping it everywhere with my eggs. This is just regular caster sugar, so just beat that in. And the reason I'm adding the sugar first is just to help cool the mixture down. Because if I add the eggs to this now, what will happen is the eggs will, well, curdle and scramble, exactly, because it's so hot. So just beat the sugar in, and I'm going to just switch that to a whisk, actually, and add to that my flour. This is just plain flour, along with a bit of cocoa powder, just to give it a little bit extra chocolatiness. So I'm whisking in the sugar and the flour and the cocoa powder, and you'll see it looks a little bit muddy, a bit mucky and horrible. That's completely normal. People might panic at this stage and phone a friend. There's no need to. Just ring Mary Berry. Yeah, not Chris Tarrant. Add some eggs to that then. And then I'm just going to beat those in. Now, when you add the eggs, and I'm going to try and avoid covering myself in this like I did last Friday, because I'm still washing that T-shirt. When you add the eggs, just start to whisk it, and you'll see it goes split again when you add the eggs, and you might think, again, that you've done something wrong. But honestly, don't panic. You honestly haven't. You just need to beat it until the eggs break in, eventually. We need a timer on again, don't we? I've got here the batter, and you can see, once you've beaten it really well, it goes so velvety and smooth.
Oh, that looks good.
And, you know, I have eaten a bowl of this in the past. Well, not a full bowl full, but... So get that into the bowl, into the pan, and then the oven is preheated to 180. And it's not a huge faff, but you've got to pop these in the oven. So, Keats, would you just...
Sure.
Thank you. So pop those in the oven for 10-15 minutes. And then you've got to take them out once... Oh.
This moves, Keats.
Yeah, this moves.
Just be careful.
It totally moves.
So once they've baked for about 10-15 minutes, grab a knife, and you don't have to do this bit, but I find if you score it just through that top layer crust, if you do two rows, two lines of two, like noughts and crosses, basically, if that makes sense, then you've got 9 brownies in there, so you score them like that.
Why'd you do that now?
Just so that I can put the cream eggs in the right place.
Right.
So that's had 15 minutes, so it's not fully baked at all. And then get your cream eggs, and they're a bit of a faff to cut in half, actually. So if you put them in the fridge, or the freezer, rather, or for like 5-10 minutes or so, then they should cut a bit more evenly. So just right down the middle where that crack is, and you get them in half like that, and that way you get the lovely yolky bit.
Yeah, nice.
And then just press those through that crust into the brownie. I'm still out of breath from all the dancing before, and I barely lifted a finger, to be honest with you. Press those into there like that. And what I kicked myself in the middle of the night, not just, you know, I actually did kick myself waking up thinking, imagine if you used those caramel eggs. You know, they do the caramel eggs now as well as cream eggs. So you can mix it up and do you could actually do like a noughts and crosses with different kind of eggs. So press those eggs in, and then quickly pop that back in the oven for 10-15 minutes more. Keats, can I just slip past you? Now, the key thing with a brownie, I don't know why I'm shouting, but it's really important. The key thing with a brownie is to make sure that when it's baked, you've got to put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And you've got to chill it for at least 4 hours. And I know that sounds a bit of a faff if you're in a, you need that brownie right now.
I quite like them warm.
Yeah, well, you can put it in the microwave again afterwards.
But why can't you just eat them when they come out warm?
Because if you don't, you won't get that lovely fudgy cut. So can you see I've cut through it, and you get like a really gorgeous fudginess. Like,
what would you get instead?
So fudgy. It would just become like warm cake.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Well, it's nice, but then but it doesn't make a neat cut. The pizza. Okay. I want precision in the kitchen.
This way work.
I feel very stressed out. Right. Anyway.
What does John know about baking?
So there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just tell him.
Keep them in the fridge and then cut them and then serve them. But if you want to have them hot, put it in the microwave. Put some. Do you know what? I'm going to have one because I'm absolutely knackered today.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
I think you're allowed that. Steph and John, how is it?
Transcendent.
Oh, yeah. Nice to say that about your own work, isn't it? Transcendent.
Delicious.
Lovely.
Yeah, really nice.